Trump were still president? Would we be paying $4 to $5 for a gallon of gas if Trump were president? I am Perry Johnson, a normal guy, grew up in a middle-class family. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. In fairness, I had two wonderful parents. My dad was a pilot in World War II. My mom was a registered nurse, and they served in World War II. They met at a New Year's Eve party. No one knows who you are. Okay? No one knows who you are. So, New Year's Eve party, and the reality is that was the biggest break of my life. Now, I started running for governor about 6 weeks ago. We're now number 2 in the polls. That is a major break. I will tell you that I probably had the greatest childhood in the world, because even though we didn't have any money, we were able to get out there in about 5 minutes and get a game together, and I could play baseball, basketball, football, whatever. But from the time I was very young, my dad told me that one of the greatest gifts you can be given in the world is to have 2 loving parents and to be born an American. And I'm going to ask you, isn't that the greatest thing in the world? Aren't we happy we are Americans? Because this is the greatest country in the world. I am here to bring quality to Michigan. I'm going to start by quality elections. I want everyone to realize they're going to be sitting down and there's going to be a little thing that you can sign about bringing quality to our elections, and sign it, because we have a chance to get elections where we have photo ID. How many people are in favor of photo ID? Is it reasonable to have photo ID? Don't we need photo ID to go to the bank? Don't we need photo ID to go and even get a job? We need photo ID to go to the doctors. We certainly should have photo ID for elections. Please sign that. We need it. We are going to have everything that we can. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that we bring quality elections. And that is my first theme. And when I'm governor, the very first thing I'm going to do is make sure that we enact those laws so that we can have quality elections. Number 2, I believe we need quality energy. Does it make any sense that we're trying to shut down Line 5 that brings all the energy in? How many are in favor of that Line 5 pipeline that brings energy to our state? Do you realize that our governor filed a lawsuit to shut that line down? We fought it. Fortunately, she also has stopped the tunnel. Understand that we want to have that tunnel dug, and they're going to pay for it. We aren't paying a dime. That is 100 feet below. If they really were concerned about the quality, wouldn't they do something about this? Because we know it's safe. So we are going to make that secure. Number 3, we need quality schools. How many are in favor of quality schools? Do you understand that in 2013 and 2015, do you understand that during that time we were number 3 in the country on our SAT scores? And do you know what happened? Last year we were 49 out of 50. We are going to have quality roads and infrastructure. Didn't she campaign on Fix the Roads? Did she fix the roads? Has anyone ever been in a pothole? We're number 3 in the country in potholes. So all I can tell you is, even though we increased the budget by 35%, she never fixed those roads, and we are going to have quality roads. Let's fix the roads. You know, we live in one of the greatest states, maybe the greatest state in the union. I want you to understand that in 1914, we had a fellow by the name of Henry Ford. And Henry Ford had an idea, a very simple idea of an assembly line. And instead of moving the people from one spot to the next, what he did was to move the line. At that time, he decided to increase wages from $2.25 a day to $5 a day. And what he did changed the world. We became the greatest middle class in the history of all humanity. Here in Michigan, we changed the world. We can do it again. Let Michigan be the state that says it is going to have quality elections, the state where we are going to have quality energy, the state where we're going to have a quality of life unequaled. Let Spud, Michigan be all it can be. God bless Michigan. God bless America. And I am going to introduce someone who is going to help make that happen. I endorsed Matt DePerno, and the reason I endorsed Matt DePerno is he is a fighter. In fact, he even bought boxing gloves. This is a guy that is going to make sure that we have quality elections. This is somebody who's going to take the fight, and we need that. How many in favor of Matt DePerno? Let's hear it. We're going to hear it from Matt DePerno. We're going to hear it for President Trump, because we are going to make this the greatest state in the union again. Matt, where is Matt? Come here, Matt. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, everybody. So I will defeat Dana Nessel in November 2022 because I draw the biggest contrast between her, and I am the only one willing to actually go out and fight against her. And I cannot wait to get on stage with Dana Nessel and debate her. Now, I tell you what, Dana Nessel said yesterday she is going to be fact-checking this rally. Dana Nessel. So I tell you this, fact-check this. Dana Nessel is the most radical attorney general we have had in the history of this state. Fact check that, Dana. Earlier this year, Dana Nessel had to be wheeled out of a Michigan State football game because she was blackout drunk. Fact check that, Dana. Isn't it time that we end this process of allowing radical Democrats and progressives to run our state into the ground? So who's ready to go out and fight with me? That's what our campaign is all about. Over the last 2 years, I have been out fighting for everyone in this state. We fought against mask mandates. We have fought against vaccine mandates. We fought against critical race theory. We will restore this state back to a constitutional republic. Since I started this campaign, I've been out talking about these important issues in this state. Election integrity. We need voter ID in this state. We need to stop the corrupt process where Jocelyn Benson sent out 7.7 unsolicited, pre-filled out absentee ballot applications. That's to end. We've been talking about ensuring that every one of you have your guns protected. Dana Nessel wants to end that. We're talking about the issues of protecting the unborn in this state. And we need a fighter to do it. We need someone who's willing to go out, debate Dana Nessel, fight her on the front where she doesn't want to do it. So this is what I'm asking you. Dana Nessel, listen to me. Dana Nessel wants to shut down Line 5. She wants to artificially increase our gas prices. On day one, when I'm elected and sworn in, we will end the Line 5 litigation. Dana Nessel has joined the country of Mexico in a lawsuit against gun manufacturers to shut down your gun rights. On day one, when I'm elected and sworn in, we will dismiss Michigan's participation in that election. We need to hold these Democrats accountable. And that's what we've been fighting for. Now, I've built an incredible grassroots army across this state over the last 2 years. I have the endorsement of Donald Trump because he knows I will never stop fighting for you. But not only that, I am the only candidate who's been able to bridge the gap between the grassroots and Michigan State GOP party. I now have the endorsement of Mashawn Maddock, the co-chair of the party. I have the endorsement of vice chairs of the party, Marion Sheridan, Diane Schindelbeck, and the great Bernadette Smith. We have done something no one thought you could do, which is unite this party. And that's what we're doing right now. And I call on everyone in this audience and every candidate in this state right now. It is time to come together and unite this party. I am the only candidate who has the experience and the legal expertise to beat Dana Nessel. I've been doing this for 25 years, fighting across this state to protect everyone's constitutional rights. I believe our rights are given by God, protected by the Constitution, and we need to make sure that we protect what's left of our Constitution and claw back everything that they've stolen from us over the years. And that's what we're going to do when I get elected. No longer are we going to allow these radical leftists to steal our rights from us. So this is what I need. How many delegates are out here? Every delegate, raise your hand. I need your help right now. On April 11th, we have county conventions. Every one of you delegates that support Matt DePerno and Christina Caramo, you need to get to your April 11th convention. It is time that we storm the conventions. Every one of you delegates who wants a voice in Michigan government, you get there, you tell your county chairs that you want to be part of the process. We need you to be elevated to state delegates on April 23rd. It is time to storm the convention. It is time that your rights are heard. It is time that the grassroots in this state has a seat at the table. That's what this is about, and that's what we're going to ensure. Go to stormtheconvention.com. Do it now. Do it today. Make sure your voice is heard. So let me ask you this. Who's ready to defeat Dana Nessel? How many of you are with me? Let's go do this. Thank you.